You're live.
Are we? All right. I know you're back.
Good morning, recovery. Missed that.
Bring it on.
It's so hot outside already.
I know it is.
What was the temperature?
Hey,
Hot.
hey,
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
hey. Look who we have back. Alex. He's been out for just a little bit.
I missed it.
I know you did. Man, this was your dream. This was your dream.
And it's amazing that it's, that it's
Yes.
going the way it is.
Yes.
It's so cool, for real.
Yeah.
He came back with such a good tan. Alex,
I've been in the sun every
you,
day.
you look like it.
I
It looks
know.
great. You
Yeah.
look good.
Man.
Back
Yeah.
with a vengeance. Woo. Good morning, everyone, and I hope that everyone's having a happy Tuesday. I know last time we were live, it was a little crackling going on in our system, so hopefully we got past that, and if not, just kind of let us know over there.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it's taken care of.
Yeah, it
What was it
sounds
doing? It was
clear.
just like...
On our end, it sounded just like this, but
Mm.
when we went to play, it was crackling.
Oh, I
Did you hear? Did you rewatch it?
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. So how is everyone?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
I'm great.
I'm
Great.
doing really good. Today's my first day off in over 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
mean, But I'm having a lot of fun,
Yeah.
learning a lot of new stuff. It's been good, man. Got drug court today.
Yeah.
Okay.
2:30.
Graduation today too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're graduating today?
Not me. One of the participants is.
Okay. Awesome.
She's been in it a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mine's supposed to be next month.
Isn't
Next
that
month.
something?
Yay, praise
We
the
made
Lord.
it. We made it. Well, we
Yes.
haven't made it yet, but we're gonna make it.
Yes,
Started
absolutely.
from the
Woo!
bottom, now we're here.
For
Nah.
real.
It's awesome. Like
Man.
seriously.
Me and
Gosh.
Jason both.
Hey, I'm gonna
Graduate
tell
on
you
the
what.
same day?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure we put that in our calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a journey though. How long have you guys been in it?
Jason's been in it longer than me. I think he's been in it
I don't know.
I don't know,
But
a year
say-
and a half, I
but-
think. Or no, it's probably been longer than that.
Really?
'Cause I think I've
How
been
do
in
they
a year
do
and a
it? Is it is it different time? I thought it was like the same time for everybody. So
No.
no, it's not.
Yeah, some people, can get off track in the beginning. So then you might have to spend X amount of time in jail or something like that just to get you
it's
back
not
on
like
track.
a set amount of time, 18 months and you're done.
No, sometimes
Oh,
it takes
okay.
a little longer for some people.
Okay.
They say it's like, I think the time limit's like 15 to 20.
I don't know.
20
I don't
22
know.
months, I think.
Okay.
maybe?
Yeah.
I
How
could
long
be
have you
wrong.
been in it?
Since March 18th. Not this past one, the one before that.
Okay.
So how has it changed your life? Recovery course.
It's changed every piece of my life, every aspect of it altogether. And it's crazy because like when going into it, the therapy part, I did not think I needed that. I
Yeah.
was thinking, I was like, great class and
Yeah.
group and da-da-da. And it was what changed me.
The
Like,
therapy part.
Yeah, learning these things. Like I swear, at first I thought it was stupid.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're talking about triggers.
Yeah.
I'm triggered. Like, dude, triggers are a real thing.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Right.
once you
And
know,
recognizing it.
once you
knowing.
know about them and you know what they are and you know the feeling that they create in you,
Mhm.
and you, like I said, start realizing it throughout the day. Like, dude, I was triggered a lot today. Today
Right.
was a tough day.
Right.
Yeah.
But recognizing what those triggers were so I can kind of come against that.
Right.
Yeah.
Being able to identify it and be like, I should probably stay away from that, or I should not go over there.
Yeah,
or
it's
that,
rerouted your whole brain on thinking and everything,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah,
That's so awesome.
completely.
And I'm
Awesome.
sure it's not only you. I'm sure it's a lot of people that are taking this program and it's changing their lives.
Yeah.
So
What are the
Awesome.
chances that we could get a program like that outside of drug court?
well, I mean, I think that's what a lot of the housing has got going on now. Like, Audrey down there with his housing. I was talking to one of the girls that stay there, about the structure and what they have to do weekly and the things that, the groups and stuff that they have to do. And here we offer the same thing, like it's group and everything. I don't know about the place that's coming out beside Brookside. I would love to have them on podcast soon.
Is that still happening?
I don't know. So it would be great if it is, and because we need all the resources we can
Oh,
get.
absolutely.
But yeah, I feel like we're going that route with
So,
structure and.
but is it therapists that are doing it, or like a licensed therapists
Well,
that
you
are
have
working with
Taylor
you guys?
Alger and them that come into the houses
Okay.
too. So that's exactly.
Oh, so they're
Yeah.
coming to
And
the house
Taylor's
and doing the
good.
same group.
Yeah,
Taylor's
Taylor's
good.
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not only her, we can link up with Northwestern
Mhm.
to where you don't have to be in recovery court to do that.
Right.
We can link up with them.
Oh,
So,
well, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
so
that was
it's-
really my question. Can you do it outside of the recovery?
Yep.
You don't have to
Mhm.
always get into the court system in order
Actually,
to get
y'all's
the
classes
programming.
offer public
Some of them
settings,
are open
right?
to the public. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's awesome to know.
Cool.
And it's
Yeah.
all covered through. And that's the other thing I don't think a lot of people know is that a lot of it's covered in the insurance.
Yeah.
You can go out to Northwestern, and I'm pretty sure.
All of it's covered with
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it is. That's
Awesome.
so it's such a great program. The resources that's here, man, we talk about it all the time. It's a game changer here in Page County, a game changer. And if you're out there struggling and you're ready to get on the sober train, I mean, definitely reach out because the resources are amazing now. Tonight we got Free Indeed, a good meal going in, a Bible study group. That you got to do everything you don't want to do.
That's a big thing too. Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. I mean, nobody wants to get up and go to the gym. I mean,
Right.
not everybody does,
Right.
but certain ones, it helps. Nobody wants to get up and
Go to work.
Go to work.
You know?
Church is a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
who at the beginning, I remember I didn't want to go to church.
Uh-uh.
Like, man,
Right.
I don't want to. But that structure of just making yourself go do what you don't want to do it's everything.
Mhm. It's coming
you-
against the flesh that you don't realize controls so much of your life.
Right. You always leave any of those things you're talking about too feeling 10 times better too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like you would
exactly.
dread it the whole way there.
Right.
Like, I just worked all day. It's 6:30. What do I?
Right.
Man.
When you leave, you're just like,
Refreshed.
I'm glad we went to that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Like,
feel better.
Absolutely.
So one of the main topic that we put in this morning was about safe places, or spaces,
Mhm.
safe spaces. So like, just for example, this weekend is 4th weekend. And that's going to be it's going to be a tough one. A lot of people are out drinking, partying, where can that safe space be? Recognizing your people, places and things and where you're at.
Mhm.
Triggers.
That's
all
what
that
I was going to
stuff.
say. I think it kind of goes back to what Alex was saying about the triggers.
Mhm.
I think the same way that you need to recognize that, you need to actually know going into the weekend, where is your safe space?
Yeah.
Where can you go? Even if you put that on the refrigerator, like, you know what? If I get high this weekend, this is the person I need to get in touch with.
Yeah.
Or if I feel like getting high.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, let's try to
And maybe just tape it
So-
on the front of your shirt.
Yeah. For
hey,
real.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know, but I definitely do know this. A safe space is everything. Back when, I was going through my journey, it was really hard going from couch to couch and really not having that place of being able to really rest without knowing if the doors were going to get kicked in at any time.
Right.
Right.
But when you find that safe place, man, you got to hold on to it. When you can lay down and actually rest and know that you're safe.
That's a
Right.
good feeling too.
Man,
Yeah.
it is. And the places are out there. I mean,
Mhm.
let's talk about it. Where are some places?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like what we were talking about here earlier. Valley Rise Above, well, for Page County, this is a big week because of the Stanley Homecoming.
Right.
And, we're just right down the road here.
Yeah,
And
we
so
are.
go ahead and give the address for anybody that's over on that.
So we are at 270 West Main Street, Stanley. The homecoming is up on the other end of town, and we'll be having our doors open to anybody who needs that safe place
Yes.
this week. So if you need to, just detach or whatever, of course, when people do reach out and they're using and they're high, that puts I got to put the boundaries up here.
Right.
However, you never get turned away. If you come here and you're actively using,
Mhm.
we're going to immediately start searching for a place for you to go.
Yeah. Somebody's
to-
going to step in and help.
Yes, we're going to
We
put
might
you.
not put you with everybody else that is in recovery.
Right.
Right.
Because obviously that wouldn't
You
be a
need to
safe
go
thing.
and get detox.
But
is
it
what needs to
doesn't mean
happen.
it doesn't mean that somebody's not going to step in and we're going to do whatever we can to help.
Yeah, we're not going to close no door to anybody. So keep that in mind as the weekend comes into play. What do you guys do for the weekend? You and your family? Like, does everybody kind of respect you guys on that? On like your safe place?
Yeah, absolutely. Because after, I guess, being in recovery for this long, I've really filtered out a lot of the negative influences and things like that. You just got to be careful everywhere you go, really,
Mhm.
It really, yeah.
especially with the homecoming too. Because I know that even in me, just the thought, just somebody saying Stanley Homecoming brings up anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you was telling me that you used to,
In the past, I remember because you got kids, they always want to go to homecoming. and
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how high you are, you got at least one night of the week. You got to suck
Yeah.
it up, take them
Yeah.
out of there. Like, and it's the most nerve wracking, stressful thing I've ever been through. I remember rumors coming, like people would be walking back through the neighborhood, and they'd be like, "Yo, Daniel Devers is out there. Don't go to homecoming." He'd be like,
Yeah.
I literally remember stopping, turning around, telling Stephanie because she went on probation, I'm not going. I'm not
Yeah.
going.
Because
Right.
you don't want to see him.
I don't wanna
Like,
get locked up
no.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Look at me. Look at me. I can't go. So it's definitely, it probably creates a lot of anxiety.
Did you go out there ever when
When
you were
I
intoxicated?
was using, I would go down there, and that's what I can't really remember a time being in homecoming where I wasn't using something.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
was almost like I would get myself primed up to go.
I was a hermit. I
You
never
used
came
to
out. I
avoid
don't
it because of the
remember.
way you looked. I don't know what was wrong with me. I'm
Yeah.
like, I got to get out here and see what's going on.
And for me, it was like I don't remember, but maybe I did and just don't remember.
Right.
But I feel like I stayed at home
Yeah.
the whole time. And I do remember when you're going through the parade and I sat in the back seat of the car and let the others sit up front, and I just would hand them the candy to throw out because I didn't want anybody seeing me.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, just there you go.
So I think that so that's both ends of the spectrum, because if you guys stayed home, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're used to avoiding it. Now me, I always was right there. I was there for the party, but
Yeah.
now I'm a little more
Opposite.
isolated.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It may turn me into a totally different person
Right.
Yeah.
than I am now. So and my grandson's gonna be in the
Yes.
and her granddaughter's gonna be in the pageant. So
Oh,
we just already know that our grandbabies are gonna win.
that's right.
So we will all be attending the
And I hate
parade on
I hate
Saturday.
these pageants because
Oh, I know.
all
I
of
think it's
them-
gonna be great.
all of them are so cute.
Yeah.
Every single baby
They're
is
all
so
winners.
cute.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm just assuming that I'm gonna be at this parade on Saturday so I can watch them ride through, whoever the winner is.
Right.
You know, so it'll be new for me because I've never done that without anything.
Right.
Oh, and my daughter's texting me right now. She's like, "Look at your messenger right now." And I'm looking, and look what she has sent me.
Oh,
The little
Oh.
headshots of my granddaughter. You guys will see it Wednesday night. Oh, it's the cutest little headshots. She is just, I'm going to tell you one thing, Taylin. I know your baby boy's cute too, but look, she is just
He's
so,
so
them
precious.
jaws, y'all.
Oh.
The little jaws. And I am her favorite person. And they asked that question, who's your favorite person?
And
I
did
said,
they
no,
put you-
Chelsea, put it down, Mimi. And Chelsea's like, better put mama. And I was like, now come on. Y'all know when that kid sees me, she is all happy and excited and ready to, she gets like excited like this.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
asking who the baby's favorite person was.
Yeah, that's one of the questions on the questionnaire.
Oh, so you'd be like,
Does it say
Taylin
you?
is.
No, it says mama. I'm like, y'all lied on that one. Y'all know Mimi is the favorite.
We could edit it.
Right, white out.
But man, but they're all cute, and it's just kind of, it's gonna be hot on
Yeah.
these little babies out there.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's all fun.
it gives us something to look forward to. So we
Yeah.
get to go to the homecoming sober this year and remembering.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
Ain't
God.
that the truth?
I do thank God that we are out of that life.
Me too.
What a life, man!
Right.
It just thinking about it, it's crazy.
If
I
we see
know.
you out and you're thinking about getting sober, you're thinking about maybe making a change, man, talk to us about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll tell you how great it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard at first. I mean, I'm talking to a couple ones in recovery court that's fresh in it now. It's hard. At first,
Oh, yeah.
your chemical imbalance is crazy anyway.
Yeah.
From going so many years of just not taking care of yourself. But it all balances out after so long. And you never really think that the happiness is ever really going to come back.
Yeah.
I know it was a lot of times I'm like, man, when am I actually going to
Yeah.
feel happy
But
again?
you remember that period of time when you start to feel your emotions again. That's a hard time for everybody.
Yeah,
You know what
just
I mean?
feeling.
Just starting to feel,
Yeah.
100%.
because when you block out your feelings for years upon years upon years, and then finally you get clean, but it does take a while. it takes a while. And then when all of a sudden, for me myself, I would find myself crying and
I
didn't even know how I
Yeah,
was feeling.
yeah.
I couldn't tell you
Me
what was
too.
wrong.
I
Yeah.
used to cry over random stuff all the time. My
Yeah.
coffee was too hot. And I would cry.
Well,
It's so
and it's such a real thing because when you start to feel things like, you start to feel things from like those years that you were using,
Uh-huh.
like, you start grieving deaths that you maybe didn't grieve during the
Oh,
time
yeah.
Yeah.
that you should have,
Yes.
and so just all the range of emotions that's coming that you don't know how, you just don't
You
know
don't know how to handle it.
And I think
Yeah.
like you were talking about like the therapy and things like that, how wonderful that must be to have that
Yeah.
It's been
is.
a
to kind of,
godsend.
explain like this is what's going on, this is normal,
Yeah.
but it's hard when you're in that
Yeah.
place.
When you got to feel that. And in my case, I was grieving over stuff that happened 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had people look at me. It was 8 years ago, honey.
Right.
I'm like, I know, but because
Yeah.
the feelings, you just start to feel it.
This year, the anniversary of my mom's death was June 6th.
Mhm.
And this is 4 years after. And I felt that more this year than I've ever felt it.
Really?
See.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I
Mm.
mean, like, because I've never even like
You never
I've seen
took
so
the
many
grieving.
people grieving and everything, and like it was bad. It was because I was clean when she passed away,
Mm.
but I still couldn't, for whatever reason, I wasn't crying like everybody else was.
Yeah.
I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't.
You probably thought something was wrong with you.
I did. I thought
Yeah.
something has, like, my heart's got some real issues, and maybe some of that was, you know what I mean? Just, your heart's hard, and the more that you pray, the more that you read the word of God, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Your heart does get softened. So I'm sure that's
Right.
but a lot of it is time.
Yeah.
It takes you time. Like if you've spent so long not feeling anything,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It takes
Yeah.
it takes you a while to get back on track to what am I supposed to feel?
100%.
You know what I mean?
You trained your brain to like think completely, to work completely different when you're getting high.
Yeah.
Like it's they take MRIs of people and there's like dead spots in there.
Yeah,
where
and
they-
that's
sure of
true.
it.
I mean,
you're
that's
not
real.
even using that part of your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Real
Isn't
stuff.
that crazy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then they got to come back to life.
Yeah, you gotta literally retrain your brain again.
Well, it's like the memory game. When you go to Walmart and you forget your list out in the car. It's supposed to be a really good activity to leave that list in the car and to go in.
It's never a good list for me. I hate walking
But you're
into Walmart
supposed to
twice.
remember. You know what I mean? You were
Right.
supposed like that's a good memory because it activates that part of your brain.
Right.
To
That makes
start
sense.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Start working. You gotta
Actually,
get it
I had
working.
never heard that or even thought
Yeah.
of that, but it does make sense.
Yeah, it's the muscles of your brain,
Right.
basically. Like, let's get it working today. We're gonna remember this. Now, I don't play the game often.
You gotta buy too much stuff for the
Got
house.
too much.
Jeez.
I just like gotta have that list. But I mean, it's supposed to be. It really is supposed to help out. So, yeah,
It makes sense.
that's right.
Yeah, you pretty much have to come up with things like that in sobriety to get your brain working right again. I just remember the emotion part of it. Once I got sober, I was like, dude, I thought like sober people were supposed to like feel the same every day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not supposed to be like super depressed today, but then
Mhm.
happy as crap tomorrow. Like when
Mhm.
does this balance out?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's taking its sweet ass time. to
I was
do
gonna
it.
say, when does it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I guess that like
It's up to 18 months,
yeah,
is what they say.
and
Up to
even then-
18
but
months
I
is when
don't-
like everything starts
I don't
kind
know
of.
if I agree with that time. I mean, I think that might be for certain people.
Mm,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't, because like I said,
Scientifically, that's what they say.
yeah, well, that might be the case, but I think it depends on how long you have suppressed your emotions too.
Yeah.
You know
And-
what I
and-
mean?
very
yeah,
true. Very
yeah.
true.
I know when I was living alone in Petersburg, I didn't have like a lot of communication with other people. So I would just like to feel laughter.
Mhm.
I know I've told y'all this before, but I would bend over and use that stomach muscle and just
It's like a breathing exercise.
It is?
Yeah.
just start laughing.
Really? I love it.
Hey.
And it's supposed to activate the dopamine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
You
just-
know, we're talking about emotions, how long emotions come back, but it just dawned on me. What about people who have started
You're
using
awesome.
drugs so young,
oh,
right? When a
Yeah,
person starts
yeah.
using drugs
like
when they're
14.
like
Going through
like me.
puberty is
Yeah.
supposed to be detrimental.
The very first time I ever used any kind of chemical was crank back then.
Okay.
I was 12 years old.
Okay. So 12 years old.
Okay. So I don't
Man.
I don't know this for sure, but I do believe that it plays a factor. So I never had dreams when I was growing up.
Mm.
I never had hopes or dreams.
Right.
Never. I never dreamed of anything. I just, you know what I mean? Whatever happened, I just always got high.
Yeah, you was
From
already.
the time I was a kid, like, because, you know, I had older
That is
brother. He
something
had
else.
drugs.
12 years old, man. That is so fragile.
He
What
had
age?
drugs in and out of the house. So, like, there was no, I would say 5 out of 7 nights a week that I was using,
Yeah.
right? I would go to school. I would do those, you know, do all those things, but I never had any hopes or dreams. So I think maybe what has taken me, like, you might be right about the 18 months. That's how long it takes for your emotions to get back on track. But it took, like, I'm still in the process of learning, who am I?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Without
that,
drugs, right?
Without drugs,
Yeah.
because I never had hopes and dreams. I never had like all those things that like most.
but
that
you're
you
like
have-
a new creation by what other people tell me. I didn't know you back then.
Yeah,
But everybody else looks at me and like, Charity is a changed woman.
well, because that's all they knew.
Yeah.
But that's because that's all I knew.
Yeah.
So that's all they knew too. But that's
Right.
what I'm saying. So
But you're doing great. Look at you.
oh yeah, I'm
You're-
proud. I'm proud of what the Lord's done. I know that it
Yes.
ain't nothing I've done. I know that everything, like, I know that I'm transformed, and it was truly because the Holy Spirit came in and He's doing the work. I know
Yeah.
that.
It's
You know what I
so
mean?
ni-
It's
it's so
certainly
beautiful.
not because of anything that I'm doing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the emotional thing might be right. 18 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of learning, like, maybe things that people learned when they were preteens.
Yeah. Well,
or
you
teenagers,
well,
or-
it could be that too. I mean, you hear a lot of people say when they go into prison at a young age, they're stuck there.
Mhm.
So just say, for instance, somebody goes into prison at 15, 14 years old. All right. They serve 15 years or whatever. They get released. Their mind is back at that 14-year-old stage.
Yeah.
It could be the same thing with the drugs. You know, your mind.
Yeah, I don't
could be
know
back
the
at that stage.
scientific thing behind
Because
it.
that could be all you remember all the way up to that age. And then
Yeah.
it's all foggy all the way. So now you're kind of going back in
and
time,
trying
to.
relearn.
Yeah.
At what age would you say you're at? I would say 25 at least by now.
Oh
Mentally,
yeah, I hope
35, 30.
I'm a day.
You're
I'm
growing
at
up
least
so
20
fast.
I'm at
You're
least
growing.
25, Andrea.
She's
yeah.
growing, y'all.
Now I'm using the muscles, so I've learned that today. Praise God.
That's great.
So anyway,
I love it. I love it. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, man.
Absolutely.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is a
Absolutely.
good day. A
Yeah.
good way to start it off. Look, we got a bunch of comments and I can't see them.
What are they saying? I can't either.
But yeah,
I need
it's
glasses.
gonna be a hot, I think beautiful day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Let
know.
me
I
see.
haven't looked it up, but
I will.
either
I'll
way,
look it up
right now it's gorgeous outside. It's a little muggy, a little sticky. But I always wear my black leggings, and I usually try to
It
wear a
says we're
dark
at
shirt.
82 degrees right now with a high of 86.
Yeah.
Thunderstorms around 5 p.m.
Yeah, there we go. But was
I
the
love the
comment? Was you
thunderstorms.
able to see the comments from where you're at?
Chess told us that we're coming through loud and clear. And
All right,
then
Chess.
Stephanie said sober since 1/31/23.
Good job, Stephanie.
Yay!
That's
And s-
awesome.
Still struggling with the crippling depression.
Yeah,
You'll
Yeah.
get through it.
yeah, you are gonna get
Keep
through it.
pushing forward.
It's
Make
take it-
yourself laugh throughout the day. Throughout the day, put positive music on. Put positive, motivational speakers. A lot of
Pray.
pray. A lot that helped me when I didn't want to believe and didn't pray or anything. I made myself listen to Joel Osteen because he's like known as the positive guy. A lot of people don't like him because he is so much positive and doesn't preach about sin and everything. But
Right.
at this time in your life, Stephanie, where you're at, you need positivity and get that negative out. So
Right.
I recommend somebody like that to just listen to every day, no matter what. Yeah.
Take it day by day, one
Yeah.
day at a time.
But that
So,
laughter, man, it's a medicine.
get into a church too.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
Yes.
And if
definitely.
you haven't given your life to Jesus, anytime I'm on this podcast, I want to make sure if anybody's listening and if you haven't given your life to Jesus, I just want you to know that He died on the cross for your sins,
Yes.
for each and every sin. He knew who you were before He ever went to the cross for you. He knew every sin. He took it upon Himself. He died. He rose again so that He can give you life.
Yep.
And so if there's anybody out there that has not received Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, like now's the time. You know, the Bible
Yeah.
says in Romans that for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. And Jesus is the Lord.
There you
And
go.
it's that easy, Lord. And,
That's right.
and really that's what the Lord wants from us. Like, and so if anybody hasn't done that, I encourage you to do that today. You don't have to be at a church. You don't
No.
have to be with us. You can do
No.
it right there where you're at.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
So
It's so real. It's so true.
it is, and it's that simple. And like Alex said, and then get yourself into a Bible believing church.
Mhm.
Get out there with people that want to encourage you, that want to help you grow, that want to strengthen your faith.
Safe
Pray, read your
spaces.
Bibles.
Get into
Yeah.
a safe space.
That's
Make
it.
sure
Right.
if you're around the dope and the alcohol every day, then it's only going to last for so long before you go backwards. You have got to get in a safe place,
That's right.
and we can help you with that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else, guys? I thought this was an awesome podcast.
I loved it.
Great.
Love it. So here's what we got coming up, guys. Tonight is free indeed. Get in there with us tonight. It's at Newport Road in Shenandoah. It starts at 6:30 and childcare is provided. Get around people that want the same future, a positive, good future. And role models, like looking up to people and then eventually you're going to get there too, to where you can turn around and help the next person up. So Celebrate
a good
Recovery is on
feeling.
Monday nights. Yeah, and that starts at 6:00, and that's on Main Street Baptist, and they have childcare as well. 23 West Main, they're every day at noon, and of course they're at 23 West Main in Luray. And I don't know about the First Steps to Freedom and the New Life Recovery at Grace Covenant, if they're still going on or not. I kind of put a question mark there. So if somebody can just let me know if those two meetings are still going on, that would be great. But they're both on Thursday nights at 7:00. One's at 6:30, the other's at 7. So anything
Chanel,
else?
the First Steps to Freedom. I think they're looking for new enrollees.
Okay.
They just had their two graduates. We know Cookie and Chess. They graduated.
Oh,
They-
okay. All right. So that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's a program that you graduate from?
It's like it's their own version. I think of like the
It's 12
steps. I
steps?
think so.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to
And
talk
this
to Terry
is
more
this
about
is
it.
the
Terry,
one up
I'm
at
sure he'll tell me.
what's-
What's up, Terry?
up-
Yeah.
That's at your church where you go,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Impact Ministries.
Impact
yeah.
Ministries
Yeah.
in
That's
Elkton.
another awesome church. If anybody wants to get into that one, that's in Elkton. Do they have buses to pick up or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, that's a great church to go to.
I go
as
every
well.
week though. If anybody wants to ride,
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So that's
I
our
gave my
upcoming-
testimony up there the other night.
Did you?
I seen it. You did a great job.
I didn't
was so
see, what was
nervous.
it online?
It's.
Yeah.
I think it's on the Impact page.
I think it is.
Impact Facebook page.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not on Facebook
Thanks,
anymore.
Animal, for setting that up. That's great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's awesome.
Good for you.
Those
So
guys
that's-
at the Hellfighters, man, they're awesome.
Yeah.
They've
for
been
real.
a really big
shout out.
encouragement to you.
Mhm.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I'd like for them to come back and make breakfast for us again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another thing, community. So at 8:30 here on Saturdays, we do the breakfast for the public. If you feel led to come in and help make breakfast, come on in. And it's a good time just to minister to other people. It's open to the community. And then we usually jump on podcasts that morning. And I think Audrey's church goes on every Saturday, I think, except the 4th and 5th Saturday of the month.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's every. I didn't know I know that it's certain Saturdays and it's not
yeah.
others. So
So a couple things that I'm working on. I messaged Audrey yesterday and he's cool with it. We're working on a hike day for
That'd be good.
community hike day at Kennedy's Peak, and we'll be going and doing like a 6-inch sub that morning at Subway, making sure everybody's got their backpack with their waters, and
Mm.
we're hiking up Kennedy's Peak, doing Bible study up there, and coming
That's
back
cool.
down. That's going to happen
Nice.
on a Saturday.
nice.
That is for the month of July. August, we're working on a softball tournament. And then September will be our recovery walk.
Nice.
So that's just some upcoming exciting
Oh
things.
man, it's exciting.
Gotta
I
have
don't know
look-
why, but I feel like I want to do this softball tournament.
I do. I
Absolutely.
can't
Yeah.
wait, man. I'm going to hit that ball right on
do
out.
it.
Cannot wait.
Yes.
Yes. So excited. Yeah. So let's all go have a happy Tuesday. Remember to laugh. Remember,
Absolutely.
homecoming's this week. Come on out and come by the carport and see us.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's have a great
Good.
day. We're good. Let's
Awesome.
go.
That was so much fun.
That was good. That was really good.
Yes.